When a painter finishes a canvas, they add a signature to claim the work. But we rarely ask if the architect of human biology left a similar mark hidden inside ourselves. For decades, the dominant scientific consensus has treated life as a fortunate biological accident. This leaves us caught between a cold, mechanical view of the universe and an entirely abstract sense of spirituality. Long before microscopes, indigenous cultures across the globe described the origins of life through a very specific motif. Amazonian shamans and Australian Aboriginals alike pointed to the cosmic serpent, a twisting entity they claimed was the master of transformation and the source of all living things. When molecular biologists finally mapped the human genome, they didn't find a random assembly of chemicals. They found a double-stranded helix. The ancient mythological serpent and the microscopic reality of DNA shared the exact same structural geometry. These ancient mystics were observing the same geometric patterns that scientists now use to make the universe intelligible. It suggests a world where nature follows a consistent mathematical catalog rather than a chaotic scramble of photons and air pressure. That exact structural order appears in another text, written over 3,000 years ago, the Chinese I Ching. This diagram shows the mathematical architecture of the text. It organizes human experience using exactly 64 distinct hexagrams, each built on a strict binary logic of broken and unbroken lines. Now look at modern molecular biology. Human genetic information is encoded in sequences called codons. There are exactly 64 possible codon combinations built from our 4 DNA bases. The philosophical text and the biological sequence hit the exact same combinatorial limit. The binary calculations used by ancient scholars to map the cosmos are structurally identical to the genetic code replicating inside your body right now. Scientist Gregg Braden approached the human genome as a linguistic script, focusing specifically on the atomic weight of its components. This chart breaks down the 4 primary elements forming human DNA: hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon. Next to them are their exact atomic masses: 1.0, 14.0, 15.9, and 12.0. Applying an ancient mathematical system known as Gematria, these complex mass values reduce down to single digits by adding their numbers together. The 14 becomes 5, the 15.9 becomes 6, and the 12 becomes 3. Our foundational elements shrink to a clean integer sequence: 1, 5, 6, and 3. In ancient root languages like Hebrew and Aramaic, alphabets function simultaneously as mathematical systems, where every letter holds a specific numerical value. When we swap those 4 integers for their corresponding characters, we get Yod, He, Vav, and Gimel. The chemical code of carbon-based life forms a literal vocabulary. Across multiple ancient texts, the sequence formed by Yod, He, and Vav represents the eternal creator, while Gimel represents the physical human form. Combined, this sequence directly translates to God eternal within the body. This phrase replicates inside every cell, demonstrating that life carries a distinct, readable signature. Finding a signature embedded in our biology answers a question of origin, but it immediately raises another regarding function. What does this internal code actually do? Biologists have observed that DNA emits extremely faint bursts of light, biophotons, which allow it to act as a cellular transmitter and receiver. Spread across the 125 billion miles of DNA in your body, this light creates an immense internal antenna system. This emission allows the body to resonate with external fields, such as the Earth's own electromagnetic frequencies and the binary cycles of the sun. It creates a continuous feedback loop between the human genome and the solar galactic field. Every individual exists as a localized hologram of this larger system, functioning as a participating node in a cosmic network of information. If we are physically wired to this vast holographic field, the next logical step is understanding how to communicate with it consciously. Spoken words are too slow and limited for this network. According to Eastern traditions, specifically the teachings of Tibetan monks, the actual language of the universe is feeling. It is generated when we precisely combine focused thought with intense emotion. This has been measured statistically. In 1972, researchers conducted an experiment across 24 United States cities to test the external impact of synchronized human emotion. This visualization maps the mathematical threshold they discovered. When a tiny fraction of a population, just the square root of 1%, simultaneously generated a feeling of peace, that localized emotion triggered a measurable drop in violent crime and traffic accidents across the entire surrounding city. The data suggests that coherent human emotion can trigger a chain resonance, providing a biological framework for how our internal states influence the social and physical harmony of our environment. You are carrying a divine signature and an antenna tuned to the universe. What message will you choose to broadcast? Thank you for watching. If this touched something real inside you, please share with someone who needs it. And if you want to go deeper, subscribe and thank you.